Hello and welcome back to my channel. As some of you know, I have received my bench pilot and I have been using it for multiple weeks now, all the time. Very excited about it. It's really cool to be able to let the bench pilot do some stuff while you do something else. Now, as I have used it more, I have discovered more possibilities and how to use it. And I have discovered something that I think is very interesting, a technique that gives you new options with a bench pilot. But before I go into this, I want to mention here that there is an FAQ on the Shaper Origin website that explicitly says you should not be doing this, that you can't do what I will show you. But you can, and it works. But I want to mention this here because Shaper doesn't recommend it, and I'm sure there is some kind of reason why they say you shouldn't be doing this. But I tried it and it works. So before I go into anything else, why don't I show you what I'm talking about in the workshop on the bench pilot? Then afterwards, we'll do a debrief. Let's do it. Okay, here we are in the workshop. Let me show you what I mean by the flying Shaper Origin. This is the Shaper Origin, and as you can see, it is attached to the bench pilot. This is the shelf of the work station. Now, when I take the Shaper and I bring it here, you can see that the Shaper is flying. You can see it's hovering in the air because the Shaper Origin is attached to the bench pilot. And that gives us a lot of new and important options. A major limitation of the Shaper Origin has always been that it is kind of surfacing on the workpiece when you work on it. So let's say we want to cut out something of this piece, then you see the Shaper Origin is on this piece, but when I go to the outside, it becomes unstable. It will move over the cliff and it will be difficult for you to achieve good cut quality because of that, because it needs the workpiece for it to have stability. Now on the workbench, this is kind of resolved partly by those arms here and this additional bar that you can mount, which kind of gives the Shaper Origin some stability. So here you can put this, attach this workpiece, and you can cut out things, and the Shaper Origin will not drop over the cliff because it has this bar to give it additional stability. But this is very limited because, as you can see, there is a limit to how big of a workpiece you can mount here because these arms here on the side are pretty short. So let's say I want to work with this piece of wood here. This is too wide here, and I can no longer use this additional helper. So when you remove this helper, you have space for this piece of wood, but now we have the problem of the work edges and the cliffs. But if you're lucky enough to have the bench pilot, your Shaper Origin now flies because it's attached on the bench pilot. So here, it can do whatever it wants without dropping from a cliff. There is no cliff, it is completely stable. That has a bunch of advantages. One is it will not put so much pressure on the workpiece while working because the major part of the weight is actually attached to the bench pilot arms and not dropping on your workpiece. But the second advantage is that now you can do new things that you couldn't do before. For instance, this piece of wood here is not plain, as you can see. It is wobbling on both sides. We could now use our bench pilot to plane this. We could attach it to the shelf and then have the Shaper Origin hover over the entire piece and plane it. We will do that, I will show you. Afterwards, after planing it, making it really nice and flat, we can then do a huge monster pocket cut here, make, for instance, a little tray by cutting out major parts of this wood so you can put some nice food in it. And this again can be done easily because you can do this large cut because you're not bound to the surface of the shape origin having to rest on the piece of wood. And that opens new possibilities for your shape origin. So this is what I'm going to demo you here. We will make this piece with the shape origin and the bench pilot. We will flatten it on both sides. And after we made it flat, we will make a little tray out of this by cutting out a large pocket cut, going to the edge of this piece of wood, all with a bench pilot, all with this feature that it has, that the shape origin is now flying and no longer has to rely on having enough surface of the workpiece. Okay, this finish now. As you can see, in the I've never been impressed by the Shape Origins dust collection, but now with this technique, it obviously gets super messy because there's no more vacuum effect of the Shape Origin laying on the workpiece, and that means the dust gets thrown around everywhere. But as you can see, this worked pretty well. I'm going to clean this up right now and then we're going to have a look. All right, as you can see, this is really flat. It was flattened with a 25 millimeter bottom clearing router bit. And that way you can flatten a piece with your shape origin and the bench pilot. A piece that is bigger than just a small one that you can pull in here between. What we'll now do is we will turn this around, flatten it on the other side. I will not record that. And then afterwards, we're going to do a big pocket cut as we discussed before. Let's do it. Before I move on to the second side, here is the proof that this is flat. So I removed the double-sided tape. I did some light sanding. And as you can see, when you turn it around, this doesn't wobble. Everything is flat. So this worked really well. All right, so you have seen that the shape origin hangs in place because it's locked into the bench pilot and it can fly basically above your workpiece, which opens up these possibilities to work with really small pieces, so you don't have the cliff that your shape origin falls over, and you can do really large pocket cuts, which you wouldn't be able to do otherwise, except if you use like a base extension like I've shown to you in previous videos. And so here we have this little tray that we've made, that you've seen in the video. This pocket cut was all cut out by the bench pilot, and we've also flattened it. And so you see it's flat, it's really nice, it doesn't wobble, and you have this really large pocket cut. Now you might say, okay, well, this is actually not that big. Maybe I could have done that with a shape origin and being really careful with the cliff and stuff. And that's true. I mean, if you're really careful, you can do that. I've also done this here. This has been done with a bench pilot. This is a cutting board. And as you can see, it has like this juice groove, and it's like there is here, that's, how do you say that in English? It's like diagonal. Like you have here an angle. So if you cut the meat here, the juice will flow down. How did I achieve that? I put it in the workbench, and I mounted it in a way where, like that. I put here like some wooden blocks below, so it was like that. And then the shape origin went over this, like, and cut out a large pocket cut that way. Okay, and because it was flying, it did not have any surface where it could be on. You wouldn't be able to do that with the shape origin in a traditional way, because the shape origin would sink into this place here because there's not enough surface for it to stand on. And so this is basically the maximum size that you can achieve with a bench pilot, because the bench pilot has a maximum size where the shape origin can fly around. And so this is pretty much the max that you can achieve that way. But that's really interesting, right? So you have now, and this is why I make this video, right? The fact that your shape origin is flying and does not need a surface to sit on opens up a new world of possibilities that we didn't have before, right? And that goes beyond automation. Obviously, it's nice that the bench pilot does all of these things by themselves, but you can do things you weren't able to do before with a bench pilot. And I dig that. Like whenever there's new ways of doing things with shape origin, I love that. And so when I realized that, oh my God, my shape origin flies over my workpiece with a bench pilot, I got really excited. And so I wanted to share that with you. I hope this was helpful for people who already have the bench pilot. I'm sure you figured it out yourself, but there might be people out there who are considering buying it. This might be an additional argument for you to buy it if you're not sure. If you like this video, leave me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and see you around.